Hey Rhodes, how you doing, man? I caught your little road trip video. I don't have any cool intro music like you do, but I'll work on that. I liked the story that you told about the Twitter link that sent you to some conspiracy theory place. I thought it was real creepy. I tried looking on Twitter for it to try to follow up on this, to do a response video, but I didn't find anything. You said, that it had been deleted or whatever, so I don't know. Let me know if you find something about that, if you found any updates. I'd be really interested to know what that was all about. While I was on Twitter, I found a Twitter page called Shower Thoughts. Now, comes from a subreddit called Shower Thoughts about, those crazy little weird ideas that we pop in our heads when we're taking a shower. I know I've had several. But one of that caught my eye, one of the tweets, was that everybody who wishes to have a romance like Romeo and Juliet has never read Romeo and Juliet. I think this is a fair and interesting thought. Because Romeo and Juliet are like this pop culture characters. Everybody knows about Romeo and Juliet. And when you think about the play by Shakespeare, you think about this passionate, loving, romantic story, about these two characters who fall in love and would do anything to be together, right? I mean, how romantic, much more romantic could you get? Until you realize that the families don't want them together and that they die in the end. And it all could have been prevented. If Romeo had gotten a letter from the friar and, known about the whole plan and everything, and then, with Juliet, if Romeo knew that Juliet wasn't really dead, and then he didn't take the poison, and Juliet waking up, and then realizing that Romeo was dead and killing herself. Okay, now I'm rambling. But I thought, sometimes, we have these ideas of these stories that we heard, stuff that's in the pop culture lexicon, these, literature and movies, and all these stories that we aspire to them, or we find something, something that we can connect to in them. But, there's much more to the story than we realize at first. When I was a kid, I really liked Batman stories. I didn't read the comics, but I saw the movies. And, Batman as a character, vigilante, he goes to fight crime. That was so appealing and, inspirational. I said, I want to be like Batman, like Bruce Wayne, be a billionaire and go out and fight crime. But the awesomeness that is Batman comes at a cost. He doesn't have his parents with him. And I think about that as, would I trade my life to be like Batman? I don't think so. And also, one of the ongoing film franchises based on literature is James Bond, the character of James Bond in all those movies. And, he's like the suave spy who, he gets the women, he fights the criminals, gets the bad guys, and all this, has all these grand adventures. But in reality, and a lot of people have pointed this out, of course, that, he's really just a drunk and a misogynist. So would you really aspire to be a character like that? I don't think so. So I wanted to ask you the question. Are there some characters or some storylines that appeal to you and then you kind of aspire to, and then you realize, hey, it's really dark and not appealing at all? And it's kind of interesting, going back to kind of some of the children's literature that we read when we were younger. I have a 5-year-old. I'm trying to read to her more and trying to find books that appeal to her and, have good morals and, just good story and good entertainment. But a lot of things, like Roald Dahl's books and stories, they're very dark and they have this, kind of undertone, this about adult stuff and, serious stuff. On the surface level, we get these kind of colorful characters or these, fantastic stories that are very appealing to, our ideas of love and heroism and, masculinity, femininity, and what it's like to be a hero, what it's like to be a better person. But then you think about it, and these stories kind of have flaws in them or has these dark undertones. And now being an adult, I kind of see, kind of heroism in real life is really just kind of like having no nobility in order to take care of somebody who's, failing in their health, or, raising your children right, or, being a upstanding citizen, these things that we can all do. But that's kind of one of the things that I like about literature and about movies, and stories that we pass on, is that we can go as a child and see one aspect of it, or as a younger person and see one aspect of it, and then as an adult see the complexities of it, what the story means, what the author was intending. Because Romeo and Juliet really is a cautionary tale about, getting involved in a relationship that from the start you may know that is not the right relationship. Maybe. I don't know. What are your thoughts on it? If you have any other ideas that you want me to talk about, or any other literature, stories, anything that you want, Rhodes, let me know. And then for all the other viewers, comment below. See what you think about all this. If you think this makes any sense, what are your thoughts? Let me know about the thoughts that y'all have. No, that'd be weird, asking for the thoughts that you have in the shower. That'd be kind of strange. And for now, Rhodes, let me know about any more conspiracies you find out on the internet, and I'll see you on the next Rhodes trip.